Hey everyone, I'm Heather with HDO Creations, and today I'm going to show you how I make this Winter Rhinestone Tumbler. So first off, I am taking my 16-ounce Plump the Tipsy Magnolia cup, and I am prepping it with some acrylic paint. For the bottom color here, I've mixed some blue and white together until I got this sort of icy blue color. And then for the top, I am just going to blend out just some straight white acrylic paint. And because I am fully rhinestoning the entire tumbler, I'm not going to be super concerned about how perfect this blend out is. I'm just going to give my base something to have the acrylic paint sort of pop through the rhinestones behind it. And then I'm putting my decals on. I will link down below my decal I used as well as the font I used for Believe. And that's what it turned out like. And for this tumbler, I am using the Bob Smith 30-minute epoxy to apply my rhinestone. So I'm just squirting out little bits of equal parts A and B and just mixing it together. And I do like to apply to my decals first, that way I can have those set and done before filling in the background. I just find that easier. So I'm just spreading the adhesive around onto my decal. And I am taking my SS20 black glass rhinestones, and all the rhinestones you'll see here in mixes are from Bling on the Chaos. I will link all rhinestones down below, as well as her website and a discount link you can use to purchase through. So I'm just taking my SS20 black rhinestones and I'm just following along my vinyl decal, so that way I know kind of where the placement's going to be. And once I get about halfway done my black rhinestones here, I'm just going to go in with the Blue Lagoon Pearl Mix and start filling in the space. And I like to do my pearl mix as well as my outlining at the same time, so that way if I need to maneuver them ever so slightly, the glue is not fully cured, so it does have a little bit of a budge to it. So you can kind of shift where you need to go. So you'll see me here just putting in my pearl mix and just filling in where I think they need to go. And then I will also be using my SS20, the black glass stones as well, just to finish maneuvering them around and placing where they need to go outside of the pearls. So you're just going to continue that for the entire decal here. And once it's all done, it's going to look something like this. And next up, I'm going to move on to the lettering. So I'm again using the black SS20 glass rhinestones, and I am just following the letters of the vinyl decal for my placement here. And while that starts to set, what I'm going to do is take a black acrylic paint pen, and I am just painting the back of my logo tag just so my logo pops out a little bit more. And before the epoxy is fully cured, I'm going in with the Blue Lagoon mix, and I'm just going to fill in around the lettering where it's going to be harder to sort of get in some rhinestones after the fact. And that's what it looks like. And I have also started my anchor line, which is in blue denim, so that's around the bottom. I have just a straight line of different sizes since we're doing scatter, but we want to make sure that we have a straight line, and then also applied my logo tag. And now I'm just going to go in and fill in with the blue denim mix, which is that sort of navy mix around the bottom. And then since the Blue Lagoon mix is going to be in the middle and it's going to trickle down into the blue denim as an ombre effect, I am working with both size stones here and both trays of color. So you'll see I'm applying mostly blue denim since that's going to be the bottom color, but I am trickling in smaller cut stones of the Blue Lagoon just so that way it starts incorporating itself into the blue denim. And because it is scatter method, I'm not worrying about the size stones. I just kind of want to use them all. So I'm just picking up whatever stone I grab when I go to reach. I'm not looking for anything specific. And here you'll see I've already done the silver streak, which is that crystal top mix, and I've started trickling the Blue Lagoon into it. And I've now going in the middle band with my blue Lagoon mix, which is that bright blue, sort of watery looking mix. And I'm starting to bring the Silver Streak Crystal mix down into it with the smaller cut stones. And then I'm also going to start bringing the blue denim, that navy blue at the bottom there, I'm going to start bringing it up into the blue Lagoon. So when doing a rhinestone ombre, I like to make sure that I'm working with all my colors and working in sections, so that way I can make sure that everything's sort of blending cohesively and not strictly harsh lines around. It's sort of blending out nicely with each color. And when doing an ombre, I want to make sure that I am continuously checking each section around the tumbler to make sure that the cohesive bands are happening. So that dark blue is around about the same amount of height, the blue Lagoon, so that bright blue is about the same amount of height around the middle, and then the silver streaks about the same amount of height around the top. So that way you don't have one part where, you know, the bottom denim might come up way higher and it look a little off. You want that ombre effect to be about cohesive around the tumbler and about the same amount of sections. So just making sure you're taking a few seconds to check every once in a while to make sure that you are blending them out in about roughly the same amount of space. And so here you see I'm working with all 3 of the trays because we are working on that middle. And when working with 3 color ombres, when I'm working on the middle, I do like to work with all 3 of the colors. So that way I can make sure that I am starting to trickle the top color down and the bottom color up, and then the middle color sort of meshing everything well and nicely together. And so if you do glitter epoxy tumblers, you do know that the smaller cut of glitter tends to go farther down with your ombre than the chunkier ones sort of stay up top. So that's what we're kind of doing here. The bigger stones are staying within their color band, and then just the smaller cut of those stones is going into the next color to sort of incorporate it and start kind of transitioning into that color and getting that gradient effect we want. And so you're just going to do that the entire way around the cup. And this is what the cup ends up looking like. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please drop any comments, questions down below. I'd be happy to answer them. And thanks so much. And please remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel if you want more. And happy crafting and have a great day, everyone.